take the blue pill. The story ends. You wake up in your bed and believe whatever you want to believe. You take the red pill. You stay in Wonderland. And I show you how deep the rabbit hole goes.
Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to talk to Dora Tang, the CEO of eXchangily. It's a brand new exchange which my buddy Opa that I've talked about before on the channel, who just got married, congratulations Opa, had told me about and wanted me to reach out to him. So we're going to do some AMAs with some of the team there. How are you doing?
Good. How are you doing?
I'm doing good, doing good. You know, not enjoying the lockdown and isolation and all that, but dealing with it as best I can. How about you?
Yes, and I actually we're feeling okay because most of the work is online anyways. So
yeah, I've talked to people. It's weird that people are like normal people are starting to step into the world that we're all just used to. You know, using Zoom and you know, living so much online.
Yes, absolutely.
It's changing things. Speaking of changing things online, why don't you tell us a little bit about eXchangily and what was the motivation behind getting it started? What kind of makes it different on the exchange, that kind of stuff?
Yeah, sure, absolutely. So we first started eXchangily because there's really a need for a decentralized exchange. As you know, currently the market is occupied by centralized exchange. Over 99% is centralized exchange, and people start to hear a lot of horrible stories. You know, it's get hacked, it's run away, or there are a lot of black box operation. You have to list your project with a huge amount of listing fees for the top, volume exchanges and spend millions of dollars. It just will kill the project right there. So there really a need for a decentralized exchange that, you know, people, all the investors or the customers, they can have their own control of their assets. So, you know, those horrible things won't happen to them. So because our team started to build our blockchain 4 years ago, and as you know, currently the blockchain, the most popular one like Ethereum, Bitcoin blockchain, and they all have a little bit of performance problem because the process capability is kind of limited. You know, as you know, that blockchain, the Bitcoin blockchain can process like 7 to 8 transactions per second, and the Ethereum blockchain probably around 20-ish. So for the fast block access blockchain, the fab we built, and it's start with to solve the problem of enterprise level usage. So we can you know, our process capability is to run like over 1 million transactions per second, and can process like 7,000 Amazon on the blockchain. So that's how we started, just to solve the current problem. And once we finished the development of our fast access blockchain earlier this year, and we start to think about, you know, the market is really there is a need for decentralized exchange, and because to build the healthy ecosystem for in the blockchain field, and you know, this decentralized exchanges currently on market, most of them built on Ethereum blockchain. So there is a limitation to the blockchain itself, and the user experience, you know, is very slow usually, and can only trade the ERC 20 tokens. So to overcome all those hurdles, and we built our eXchangily on the fast access blockchain. So currently, it just launch, and it can do cross-chain, can trade Bitcoin, Ethereum, and all the coins on fast access blockchain. And also the user experience is take a couple seconds, just like the centralized exchange, very quickly to process any orders.
Well, FAB is pretty cool, fast action blockchain. I was going to ask you what that stood for, but what makes it a fully decentralized exchange?
Okay, this is a very good question. To make the decentralized exchange, because the one key point is for the users always they have the control. We as an exchange can't really take the private key from the users. So the users, they we have the wallet, that open source eXchangily wallet, and then their exchange. To make it decentralized, basically when you transfer your money, from your wallet to the exchange, actually the exchange is controlled by the miners in the blockchain, and we have to use a threshold signature. It's not controlled by our exchange, and it is totally happened on the blockchain, and it's as safe as the blockchain itself. There are more miners on the blockchain, more active miners, and then it will be safer as all the other blockchain, public blockchain. That's how it works.
How exactly does the exchange work, though, if you're going to use it?
Sure, absolutely. So first, if you want to use eXchangily, we have the web version, and you can go to eXchangily.com, eXchangily.com, and also we have versions that for phones, for Android and iOS phones, and you can just go to the phone store and to search eXchangily DEX. And then it's on top, so you can start to download the wallet. And we do have very detailed instructions and have some videos that you can check from our website. Yeah.
Okay, cool. I'll put links to all that in the description. Being a decentralized exchange, are you compliant with like regulation, and how does that work exactly? Because that's kind of a weird part of it.
Yes, and it's very important. And I'm personally from a financial background, and also I was the senior leading auditor for a few years, and it's very important to comply with the regulators. My personal opinion is, the people in the blockchain field that people really don't like regulation at all. Everything is called freedom, right? It should be free. Regulation it's for protect the consumers. Those exchanges that you hand, if you take the custody of the customer's assets, it's need to be regulated, because you just can't do whatever you want and to take people's money, run away. So to protect the customer, and we really need to follow the laws. And currently for eXchangily, we have this in mind to start with. So we have applied our broker dealer with FINRA, and our token that is registered with SEC, and we have the OTC operation permit from FinCEN, and also the one in Canada is FinTrack. And we made a lot of efforts, and all our team members that hold 07, and we have the 024, series 86, 87, and all those licensing that required for the for the traditional stock exchange. But we, as you know, that in the United States, the regulation for the cryptocurrency exchanges is still developing, and now I think we made for the regulators made a very good progress during the last couple of years because the technology advanced. So you know, a few days ago, I just read an article that about the how to, you know, the regulation is different between the traditional broker dealer and the cryptocurrency exchange, and how the centralized exchange that which take the customer custody of their assets in a differentiated in the decentralized exchange. So those all very good progress.
Yeah, I think 2020 will be the year that regulation, especially in America, has a really solid framework set up. Because as it is, I mean, last year alone, just nobody knew what it was. You know what I mean? They didn't know how to deal with it.
Yes.
So you mentioned Wrapped. Do you have to use Wrapped ETH or Wrapped Bitcoin on the exchange?
The wrap? I'm sorry.
Do you have to use Wrapped Ethereum or Wrapped Bitcoin?
You mean the listing of our Bitcoin of our the tokens, all the tokens on the exchange today?
Yeah. Do you have to do that, or can you just use the regular exchange straight coin to coin? Like some decentralized exchanges, you have to buy Wrapped Ethereum or Wrapped Bitcoin in order to use the exchange. Do you have to do it on eXchangily?
No, we don't do that. Actually, this is different. So there are other exchanges actually. I mean, for example, everybody know like the Binance blockchain, right? Binance that you really don't, you can't really trade directly with your Bitcoin or Ethereum because you can only trade something that issued in their blockchain, right? Like you said, Wrapped, right? But for us, it's different. So we can trade the real Bitcoin and Ethereum. How we handle this is another topic for technology. So we have our core technology. That's how it works. So in a word, that to be brief, that basically you lock, you know, once you want to trade your Bitcoin, and how do we do cross-chain, right? This is your question. And it's going to be locked in the address that is not controlled by the eXchangily. It's controlled by the miners through the multi-signature threshold signature. So after you trade it, and of course the settlement, it's going to go back to its original blockchain. You know, the BTC will go back to the Bitcoin blockchain, and the Ethereum will go back to Ethereum blockchain. So that's the technology we use, and we don't take the control. Nobody take the control of the private key, and that's how the miners works, and it's very fair, and it's, you know, it's transparent and open source. So anybody is interested, and they can audit. They're welcome to audit the code.
Okay. Thanks. That makes it a lot easier than having to go through the Wrapped ETH or Wrapped Bitcoin. Like usually with the ERC20 DEX, you know, decentralized exchanges, you have to, in order to do anything with any other coin besides the ERC20, you have to go through and buy the Wrapped ETH to use it for. It's complicated.
Yes.
Which complication kills adoption massively. Yes. It really does. You have the Fab coin from the Fab blockchain. That is like your exchange token?
Actually, just want to clarify, because the Fab coin, just like BTC and ETH, it is a public blockchain coin. So miners can mine that Fab. Because it's our public blockchain, so it's totally different. It's used as gas. I'm not sure if, you know, people understand gas. It's like when you go to the highway, you pay for the toll, right? So our gas is for the miners to do their work. You know, they record your transaction to the blockchain. Thus, you pay gas. But our gas is much more. It's like 1% of the, you know, of the Ethereum or the Bitcoin blockchain gas. So it's very cheap. It's you know, per sec transaction is less than a cent. So you can ignore it. It's very reasonable. So the Fab, it is the gas to run anything on the Fab blockchain.
Then what's the difference between the Fab coin and the EXG.
Yes, the eXg actually is a platform. It's our platform token. eXg is brief for eXchangily, and the eXg token has its own functionality. And our economic model is designed to give 100% control to the eXg holders because it's a decentralized exchange. And so all the eXg holders, they're 100% entitled to the profit sharing. If our platform make 100, let's say 100 BTC today, if you hold 1% of eXg, and then you get 1 BTC every day, so it's 24-hour settlement, and it's totally controlled by the the profit is totally shared, 100% shared between the eXg holders because you are the owner of this platform and also have the voting rights. If there's something happens, we have a public funding fund of 15% of the eXg. So let's say this pandemic, in this, we need donations, and all the eXg holders say, okay, we want to donate, 1% or to, let's say, 5% to Europe, and then we can do that. So that's how it works. You take control of the profit sharing and also all the decision making. So that's how eXg works, and eXg can trade between those eXg holders.
So the eXg holders get profit from the exchange and they take part in the governance of the exchange?
Yeah, they have a voting rights of the exchange. It's decentralized, it runs on itself. Let's say our token, the token I'm holding, there's no difference than the token you're holding. So we're all equal, have equal rights.
Yeah. Okay, that's really cool. Do you have a separate eXg wallet that all that ecosystem is in, or is it in the exchange itself?
Yes, we have the eXg wallet, and this wallet actually is open source wallet, and you can search from the phone stores, eXchangily DEX, and this wallet can hold, the BTC, ETH, all the ERC20 tokens and the FAB token and eXg token. So it is a very safe wallet. It's different than the, if it's closed source, you can't see the code, you really don't know what's behind the wallet and if it's your assets gonna get stolen. So it's very important for the users to know, use open source wallet, and you can create a multiple wallet, you can delete it, you can do pretty flexible actually. And we also take the comments from the users, tell us your experience, and we constantly improving it daily. Hi, Sean, I can't hear you for some reason. Are you on mute?
I was, but so you have an app on the Apple Store, an app on the Google Play Store, and you can add multiple cryptos to the wallet.
Yes.
And you own your own keys.
Yes, you own your own keys. We don't take control of your key. We can steal from your wallet.
And you get a shared profit of the exchange.
Yes, and then our eXchangily wallet is very powerful, and it's also can it's also you can trade. There is a function of a trading function, and you can go to the market to trade your tokens, crypto to crypto. And as I said, we also have the license of doing OTC. So if you want to change your fiat to crypto, and feel free to contact us as well. So we can do that as well.
It's really, really cool. Okay. What are you looking for in the future as far as growth and what you're planning?
This is a very good question, and we we believe, the efforts, the years of efforts of our team put in, first to develop our fast asset blockchain, then develop eXchangily. And this is the whole project is totally our passion and to contribute to the healthy ecosystem for the blockchain technology field. So we hope that people realize that how important to use a decentralized exchange to keep their assets safe, and also to have a good trader, the trading experience, that it's trading fast. It's just as fast as the experience, just as fast as the centralized exchange. And also, on top of that, it's very safe. So we call it, SAFE, that is a secure, autonomous, and SAFE, right? It's a fast, and then it's easy to use. So that's what we offer to the consumers. That people, I think, as more and more education people get, and then they will realize it is important to take the own control of the control of your ownership. Some people think, oh, it's too much. I don't want to, control my own assets. Just put on the centralized exchange, and they're big. So whenever I have problem, I just call the customer service. It's the easiest for me. People have that. Most people have that kind of mindset, and I would say that it's very dangerous because the biggest one can be gone tomorrow. Like this happened in Canada. The right, the top exchange, the owner died, and everybody lost money. So it can happen.
Yeah, the owner died.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
It usually can happen overnight, and just needed to be very careful. And when the centralized exchange, things happen to them, it will be too late. They won't release any negative news. I mean, you won't know until they get to the point they can't really the assets they hold, it's not going to have enough to pay everybody actually. So it's a very scary reality.
Yeah, and Cryptopia, that was one of the big ones in the the bull run, and I had stuff on there, but I had stuff on there that was really only you could buy on Cryptopia, but that's all gone.
Yes.
You said that the Fab coin is mineable. How do you mine it?
Yes, we have instruction and tell you how to mine the Fab. And right now, I think there are over 5,000 to 6,000 globally, miners. So you can join it. Actually, it's a very cool token. Has very good potential. To grow, because right now I think it's trading at 7 cents, something around there in the market. We are taking in a lot of usage right now. Big traditional enterprise, and they trying to develop. We're helping them to develop the usage. Like the IoT. For the financial institutions, payment plans, and also those big suppliers. How to do their supply chain, and to improve their management, to improve the efficiency through our blockchain technology. So a lot of big users will launch their applications on the Fab blockchain. So once the market boom, and you do have a lot of potential to see your return from the initial investment. And right now it's very, very cheap. If you look at for someone like the diamond in the dirt, probably one of the things you needed to consider. Yeah.
This Fab, okay. I was actually interested in mining it because you're talking about, and this exchange is very new. Everything is very, very, very new. It's very ground floor. As far as the EXE, where do you need to stake it to get the daily profit dividends or sharing?
Okay, it is open source, the code, and it's calculated automatically daily. And we do dispatch the profit, I think monthly. You will see it on a monthly statement, but it is a daily settlement. You know, it depends on how much we make on the platform, right?
Mm-hmm.
The more user you use it, I mean, I say you are EXG holder and you use our own blockchain, our own exchange for your trade. And basically, you know, all the fees you pay, it's go back to your own hand. It just, that's kind of economic model we design. The owner owns it, and you get all the profit. I think it's very fair. We do the 100% profit sharing, and it's completely open source, and you can calculate yourself and know how much you're going to get. It's different than the central exchange. You know, if they say they have a 20% profit sharing, you don't know how they calculate it. They won't tell you. You can see that, but we are decentralized, so you can see everything, and you know how much you're going to get. And if you know the exchange make more money, you're going to get more. If it makes less, you're going to get less. So that's just a fair model.
Where does that go? Where does it go to? Does it go to your wallet, or does it go on the exchange wallet, or where?
Yes, it will go to your exchange wallet, and you know, it go to the exchange part, and you can transfer back to your wallet. So it's gonna, you're gonna see different kind of coins sharing. So we're add more tokens. I list all the 20 top 20 trading volume tokens to the exchange, and we're just going to add more, actually weekly, add more good project. So there are some projects that they're new and they have a very good concept and they have a good community, and we're looking to list their tokens as well. So right now we have a few pending applications, and you know, you will see more new tokens listed on the exchange.
Well, it sounds really cool. I looked at the site. Everything looks really clean. It looks very easy to use. It doesn't look you know, complicated or cluttered. I don't know if you've listed Divi or if they're one of the coins that you have an application for, but it would be, you know, I'm a Divi ambassador. That would be they're picky about where they go. They want quality, you know. But I'm going to talk to them about it because I think it's a very solid exchange. I think it's I think you're doing things correctly, better than any real DEX I've seen. The profit sharing is amazing, and I'll actually look into mining the fab. That's really cool. Is there anything else you want to go over?
Yeah, if you have any good projects in mind, or you know, I'm sure you have a lot of followers in your community, and you feel free to recommend to us. You know, we will evaluate the projects, and you know, we also look forward to some people to develop their dApp on our fab, and you know, list a good project on eXchangily, and to keep our community strong. Just, you know, keeping in mind that I think for people, they have to realize it is very important to be safe. You know, safe. You have an open source wallet, and to trade on the decentralized exchange. It's going to be the future. Even we only have, you know, not much percentage in the market at all, but I truly believe it's going to develop to grow very fast as more people realize how important it is to take the own control of their assets.
Yeah, I think that's the most important thing when it comes to exchanges. But like we said, complication kills adoption, and every DEX I've looked at, period, is just ridiculously hard to. And there's no way an average person would do it. I get frustrated, you know, but so I know that, like, someone who knows nothing at all would be like, no way, I'm not even gonna mess with it. You know, it's a lot easier to take the risk, which really it isn't, because you get hit in the end. All right, well, it was great talking to you. I'm gonna put links to everything in the description. You guys take care. It's good hanging out with you. I'll see you in the next video.
Okay. Thank you so much, Sean. You take care and keep healthy and be happy.
You too.
Okay. Bye.